There's a lot of comments about what's going to happen next. What are we doing next? What are the next steps? What are the next steps? Oh my gosh, what are the next steps? And so, next steps. First, rest. Rest. Don't pick fights and rest. I know it's easy. We're all upset. We're upset. And we have every reason to be mad. We have every reason to feel disrespected, because we do. A lot of people voted away that they didn't say that they were going to vote, right? There's a lot of distrust happening. But we can't sit on that. We can't stay here. We have to understand that moving forward means accepting that people are going to lie to us and people are going to cheat. And we have to be here. So rest and then move forward. Picking fights with people isn't pressing, you know? We have to think about what we're going to do next. And while there's nothing we can do about the election results, because they are real, we believe in them. So we accept those results, right? What we can do is prep for 2026. And in 2026, there will be 33 Senate seats up, the vast majority of which are in those same states that were very disrespectful to us this go round, yeah? So now is the time for Gen Z, Gen X, and millennials to step out of the shadows. So if you're from one of those states who is up for re-election next coming years, maybe it's time for you to consider if you would be suitable for office. Because the truth is, we need our politicians to actually look like us, to represent us, and we need them to do things that benefit us, right? So maybe it's time for us to get from behind our keyboards, get off TikTok and get off Insta, stop living life vicariously, using this as our way to vent, and start actually doing the things that promote change. And before somebody's like, well, what have you done? I have been a member of Peace Corps. I was Democrats Abroad board member while I lived overseas. I've done the things I'm telling you to do. So it's our turn, it's our time. It's time for us to stop having 80-year-olds in Congress. Not that you can't do a job at 80, it's just that you no longer represent the vast majority of people, and they tend to be a lot less emotionally flexible with things. We don't need that. We need people who are willing to listen and willing to adapt and change. We need more people in our 30s and 40s and 50s taking up the mantle. So it's our time. We need to step up. Also, something we can do is form coalitions. It's time for us to come together. Women especially. That means minority women and white women. It's time for us to come together. Yes, I know there's a lot of mistrust because clearly a lot of white women went to the polls and did not vote the way we thought they were going to vote. So at this stage, we need to start having some conversations about why. Why is it that they didn't vote that way, or why did they vote that way? You know, we need to start having some conversations and figuring out what the middle ground is. Because at the end of the day, I think everybody does want the country to be better. I just think that we're all missing each other when we're talking. We're so angry. There's so much anger. So much anger. And while anger can move the needle, it rarely moves it where you want it to go. Think of every progressive movement in history. There was an element of unrest and anger that started it, but anger does not keep things moving because it's one of those emotions that eats everything it sees. It's like a fire. It does not discriminate. So anger is not the thing you need in movements. It's the thing you need to start a movement, but it does not keep it going. So yes, I understand. Anger is normal, it's natural, it's something we should feel, but we can't stay there. Progress is not sustained with anger. So we have to find a way forward. So we can run for office, we can build coalitions together, and we can petition our current sitting congressmen and women to do their jobs because they have jobs. We pay them. They have to do their jobs. And it's time for us to petition them to do things for us. Missouri did something that I thought was really rare and awesome, and that was they brought the issue of AB rights to the people and let the people vote, and the people voted in favor of protecting rights. We can do that on a national level. We can demand that our congressmen and women bring things to the people and let the people vote. That's what that's for. So it's time for us to take our freedoms in our own hands. And I mean that by being active in the political system that we don't like, being active in the system that we distrust, so that it can become a system that we trust. Because you sitting here complaining about it makes us feel good for 2 seconds, and then somebody else is still running my life. So don't let anger and fear control you. It's your future. Protect it.